Considering moving to the Boise, Idaho area, interested in exploring some of its surrounding suburbs? Today, we are going to tour you through the town of Middleton. Located just about 25 miles from downtown Boise, Middleton is a charming, family-friendly town with that endearing small-town America, laid-back feel and vibe. If you want to still be close enough to Boise to enjoy all of its perks, but also just far enough to escape the hustle and bustle and just the general noise that living in the city can bring, Middleton will definitely be a town you will want to check out. Hey there, I'm Marcy Ellison, a local real estate agent here in the Boise, Idaho area. And if this is your first time visiting our channel and you're looking to learn more about both Boise and all of the surrounding cities that really help to make the Treasure Valley the place it is, you've come to the right place. Our goal is to put together on-the-ground videos that would have helped us 15 years ago when we were contemplating moving here. We post videos every single week featuring on-the-ground tours throughout Boise and its surrounding Treasure Valley. So to be sure you don't miss out on any of those, please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button. Okay, so let's dive into Middleton. First up, let's pull up Google Maps so you can see exactly where it's located and how it's situated in regard to Boise. As you can see, there are several routes one could take to get to Boise from Middleton. Due to how far north it is from I-84, traffic can tend to slow commute times quite a bit. As you can see, even during what's deemed a low traffic time of day, which is actually right now as I'm filming this, traveling to Boise from Middleton typically takes anywhere between 36 to 48 minutes, route and traffic permitting, of course. In general, Middleton residents typically say they can expect to be able to get to Boise in about 35 to 40 minutes. One thing many Middleton residents love about its location is that it's only 10 minutes from Star and then also just 20 minutes from Eagle, both of which are two additional Boise suburbs that are really each great in their own unique ways. Okay, so let's run through several things people love about living in Middleton. And don't worry, I'll cover the cons later as well because yes, just like all areas, there are definitely both pros and cons that you will want to consider prior to moving here. First up, and a big pro for Middleton, Middleton has some great schools. The school district is one of the best in the valley, and it's also home to some highly desirable charter schools. The charter schools pretty much all have waiting lists, so if you choose to have your child or you'd really like to have your child go to one of those schools, be sure that as soon as you hit the ground that you get your kids signed up on those lists. There's also a thriving homeschool community that's existed prior to the pandemic and then really flourished during the, am I supposed to say anything flourished during the pandemic? Yeah, leave it in there. Keep going. Middleton's teacher-to-student ratio is small, giving kids one-on-one attention that's hard to find in other neighboring cities. So, across the board, Middleton residents tend to be pretty darn happy with its education system and options. Next big pro, Middleton scores high for livability and quality of life. Middleton residents love its small-town America atmosphere. It's very family-friendly and community-focused, and really just offers a slower-paced and all-around peaceful lifestyle. There are numerous great parks with waterfront jogging and walking paths, fishing ponds, a skate and boarding park, splash pads. One park even has, and this is a favorite for my boys, because of course it is, an old M4 Sherman tank from World War II. If you're curious, the tank is located at Roadside Park, which is also commonly and fittingly referred to by locals as Tank Park. Another one of our favorites is the Piccadilly Park. It's Middleton's largest park and is conveniently located pretty much right in the center of town, and it's also directly across from the Middleton Middle School. We love the splash pad, zip line, skate and boarding park, and the jogging path that meanders all along the tree-lined Willow Creek River. Another great thing about the charming little town of Middleton, it has always been really very self-contained, and that continues to be the case even after the growth it's seen over the past several years. As the city has evolved, its commercial development has really kept in stride. There's a Ridley's Family Market, as well as pharmacies, feed and hardware stores, auto shops, and all of the basic healthcare providers and services that are typically deemed essential. So the dental offices, eye doctors, vet clinics, etc. Everything is pretty much right there. So, while it's true, you will have to hit the freeway to get to Nordstrom's, Anthropologie, Trader Joe's. See where I'm going here? Not really the truly essential stores. Sorry, Trader Joe's, you know I love you. But really, any of those stores or any big box stores, living in Middleton will mean you have pretty much everything that's a necessity right within the city limits. That all said, depending on your take and what you're really looking for, this stated pro could be a con for you. Totally depends on what you're after and what you really want your experience living in the Treasure Valley to be like. Okay, so let's quickly push pause on the pros and cons for just a beat, because now you're really wondering, what about the homes and neighborhoods in this charming little town? What are they like? Let's quickly tour through some neighborhoods, and then we can dive into some cons and potential drawbacks that you will want to know before you make the decision to call Middleton home. One thing that often surprises people when it comes to the home shopping process in Middleton is that there is now a pretty wide variety of housing options, so thereby really lifestyle choices for you to choose between. That said, in general, you will find the following three rather broad, but three different types, or rather categories, of homes and properties to choose between. Number one, custom homes with some acreage. Oftentimes, these are equestrian properties. So if you have your heart set on an acre or two with no or very few CC&Rs and no HOA fees, you'll definitely want to check out Middleton. Whenever we have clients eyeballing the area that say that they know that they want to be on no less than half an acre and are just really all about all those wide open spaces, we make sure Middleton is on their radar. Number two, large, established, and often family-run farms and ranches. Being a genuine farming community, this one is pretty self-explanatory. There is a wide variety of crops, such as, well, of course, because this is Idaho, potatoes, as well as sugar beets, grains, corn, mint, hops, beans, commercial nursery stock, etc. And all of those crops are supported by the irrigation water from both the Boise River and the Payette River. And then housing category number three, subdivision development homes. These homes are similar to what you'll find in some of the larger subdivisions and communities in other Boise suburbs, such as Meridian. So you'll find pools, volleyball courts, community gyms, wide open shared spaces, and all of that. They do, of course, have HOA fees to maintain all of those amenities. For many, having those maintained perks and features are well worth the HOA fees and costs. For others, though, that might not be your cup of tea, and that's okay too. Okay, so let's talk housing prices. Homes in Middleton are typically more affordable than Eagle, Star, Meridian, or Boise, but they're more expensive than Nampa or Caldwell. And then, just to be clear, in Middleton, unlike what you'll find in, say, Eagle, where many of the large custom homes definitely fall into that luxury, glitzy category, in Middleton, the larger homes tend to be owned by people who pride toys, animals, and open space over the more modern, high-tech, ritzy lifestyle. They take those things above that quote-unquote luxury, bougie feel and vibe that you'll find in Eagle. Now, of course, Eagle has some incredible farms and acreage properties as well. In general, though, the two towns now appeal and resonate with newcomers in just kind of completely different ways. And then as far as Middleton's most popular newer neighborhoods go, that's probably West Highland. Residents who live in West Highland love its huge community pool, volleyball court, parks, community gym, and jogging paths. As you can probably guess, homes here, being in a subdivision community, do tend to be, based on Middleton standards, nestled onto smaller lots. That said, if you compare the lot sizes to other similar suburbs subdivisions, so those that you might find in Meridian, the lots tend to be slightly larger. Okay, so let's go back to another big pro. Middleton has great access to BLM land. BLM stands for Bureau of Land Management, and what it offers residents is pretty much, well, all of the activities. You can come to this open shared area to ride your horses, shoot guns, because yes, this is Idaho, a lot of people have and shoot their guns. You can ride dirt bikes, ATVs, or side-by-sides. Really, the sky's the limit with BLM land. To learn more about Middleton's BLM land, I will put a link in the description that covers it all. Okay, so now let's cover a con. If you're a foodie and you want to enjoy fine dining, or even if you just want to have a wide range of cuisines to choose from on a daily or even weekly basis, Middleton is going to leave you wanting. That said, there are several great staples that locals love, such as the Sunrise Cafe, 208 Burger Q, and KravZ. KravZ is one of my boys' favorites. It's just an all-around great local ice cream and sweet shop. Another big drawback that has become increasingly an issue over the past several years due to the widespread growth we've seen across the Treasure Valley, traffic and commute times are now a commonly complained about grievance. Back in 2020, Middleton's population was right around 10,000. Today, that number is estimated to be right around 12,000. So, depending on where you're coming from, a town with a population of 12,000 might seem tiny. But if you consider that that's a 20% jump over the course of just 3 years, yeah, it's pretty significant, and the roads just weren't ready for it. So, who is moving to Middleton? While, of course, Middleton has seen newcomers relocating from California, Washington, Portland, and many other out-of-state areas, what's interesting is that actually the largest influx we are now seeing are moving out of, any guesses? Post your guess in the comments section if you're willing. The answer, they're moving from Meridian. So yeah, people are relocating 25 miles north of Middleton from Meridian. The most common reasons we've heard: number one, to get back to that small town America feel and country vibe. Number two, the quality of the schools. And number three, for more land, no HOAs, and just really to get more bang for your buck. So, what's the number one reason we've recently heard from people who are leaving the Middleton area? Across the board, it's typically in regard to traffic. And that is especially true for people who have to commute to either Boise or Meridian for work. As I noted earlier in this video, living in Middleton means you are pretty far north from I-84, which is key for really getting anywhere quickly in the valley. So, our advice to anyone considering Middleton who will be commuting for work: be sure to test out that drive several times and really think about whether it will work or won't work for you. Another big pro about living in Middleton is it has a very low crime rate. Now, I do have to quickly disclose that when it comes to talking about safety and crime rates, be sure to do your own research as well. There are various resources available online to check out. With that said, according to neighborhoodscout.com, as a whole, the state of Idaho's crime rate is well below the national median of 4 crimes per 1,000 residents. The state of Idaho is currently at 2.49. Middleton's is even better at 0.89. So, if you don't value safety, which, well, if that's the case, you should probably seek therapy to discuss that. But anyhow, yeah, in that case, Middleton, I guess, wouldn't be for you. But for the rest of us, Middleton's a safe and just great place to work, live, play, and raise a family. Another con for some, the nightlife in Middleton is, as you could probably guess, pretty darn tame, or, well, pretty non-existent. As you can probably guess, it's definitely not known for its wild and crazy nights. Depending on your age and how you prefer to socialize, this may or may not be a deterrent for you. Last pro that I will cover in this video: Middleton is close to many of the Treasure Valley's great wineries. A few of the standouts include Sol Invictus, Fishishin Family Cellars, Sawtooth Winery, Dude DeWalt Cellars, Three Horse Ranch Vineyards, and St. Chapelle. All of these great wineries are within 20 minutes of Middleton. If you're interested to learn more about any of them, I'll include links in the description of this video. The last con I want to be sure you're aware of is that while they have the basic medical providers that I noted earlier in this video, and there is a West Valley medical clinic, if being close to a major hospital with an urgent care or an ER, or even if you would just like to have more options for family care, living in the Middleton area will mean you will need to travel outside of the city limits to a neighboring city. Here you can see the locations of the major hospitals in the area. So it would take, traffic permitting, about 15 to 20 minutes to get to St. Luke's and Nampa, or about 25 to 30 to get to St. Al's. So certainly not too far, depending on perspective, but definitely worth noting. All in all, Middleton is a great place to call home for so many. If you would like to chat more about Middleton or any of Boise's other suburbs or surrounding cities, Andy and I are always available. Call or text us at 208-598-3040. And to help you explore the Boise area and its booming Treasure Valley, we post videos every single week. So please hit that subscribe button so you can keep exploring the area right alongside us. Have a great day.